Smoke rises between the trees as the movement in the area stops. A drone flies along a rural road, scanning the adjacent tree line. Among the trees, an occupying soldier becomes visible. He moves behind a trunk, attempting to use it as cover. As the drone approaches, he swings a stick upward, striking toward it in a last attempt to interfere. The drone continues its descent despite the effort. Within seconds, it detonates near his position. Smoke rises between the trees as the movement in the area stops. A drone flies low over an open field and scans a deteriorated tree line along the edge of the terrain. Among the sparse and damaged trees, a lone occupying soldier is visible, kneeling near the brush. He looks upward, attempting to interfere with the approaching drone. The drone maintains a steady descent, weaving slightly to keep the position centered. The soldier raises his weapon and tries to strike or fire toward it, but the attempt fails. Within seconds, the drone closes the distance. Contact follows, and the movement in the tree line stops. A drone patrols above a snow-covered area, scanning a narrow path that runs through a thin tree line. An occupying soldier walks along the trail, partially concealed between trunks and low branches. The snow beneath him leaves a clear outline of his movement. The drone detects him and adjusts its approach. It lowers altitude carefully, maneuvering between the trees to maintain visual contact. The branches create narrow gaps, but the drone continues forward with steady alignment. As it closes in from behind, the soldier remains focused on the path ahead. Within seconds, contact occurs. From a second aerial perspective, the detonation is visible from above, followed by smoke rising through the trees. The snowy path grows still as the scene concludes. A drone moves through a heavily damaged village, flying between shattered houses and broken streets. Roofs are missing, walls are cracked, and debris fills the courtyards. The drone enters a roofless building and scans the interior. Inside, an occupying soldier becomes visible among the damaged rooms. He suddenly runs out through the opposite side of the house. The drone exits the structure and immediately follows. The chase continues through narrow alleys and open yards between ruined buildings. The soldier keeps running, changing direction as he passes collapsed walls and scattered debris. He jumps over a fence and attempts to gain distance. The drone maintains alignment from behind, descending slightly as it closes the gap. Within seconds after the jump, contact occurs. The movement across the ruined street stops. Smoke lingers over the damaged houses as the pursuit comes to an end. A drone moves low along a rural road, scanning the ground ahead. Above the area, a second reconnaissance drone flies at higher altitude, observing a nearby tree line. From that elevated view, movement is detected among the trees. The lower drone adjusts course and leaves the road, entering the wooded strip. It maneuvers between trunks and branches, maintaining alignment with the figure moving inside the brush. The vegetation narrows the path, but the drone continues forward without losing position. Within seconds, it closes the distance and reaches the soldier near his backpack. Contact occurs, and the movement inside the tree line stops. Smoke drifts lightly through the branches as the scene concludes. A vehicle moves along a rural dirt road carrying several occupying soldiers in the back. A drone approaches rapidly from above. Within seconds, it descends directly toward the moving pickup. Contact follows, and the vehicle comes to a halt. This extended segment presents a compilation of drone engagements across active frontline sectors. The footage shifts between open fields, damaged villages, forest strips, trench systems, and rural roads. From above, the landscape shows the marks of prolonged conflict, broken structures, scarred soil, and abandoned positions. Drones patrol steadily, maintaining wide aerial coverage before narrowing focus on movement below. Once figures are identified, alignment begins. Some approaches are direct and rapid. Others involve brief circling to confirm position. The perspective remains stable, emphasizing observation before descent. On the ground, reactions vary. Individuals attempt to change direction, increase speed, or drop into shallow cover. In trench zones, movement follows narrow lines carved into earth. In forested areas, branches partially obscure the view, though the aerial tracking continues. After each approach, visible activity decreases. Smoke rises across fields and streets, drifting slowly over damaged terrain. The drone often holds position briefly, documenting the aftermath without interruption. The montage reflects how drone technology has reshaped modern warfare between Russia and Ukraine. Surveillance and strike capabilities now operate continuously across day and night conditions. Roads, courtyards, defensive lines, and open countryside remain under constant aerial watch. Throughout the sequence, the tone stays restrained and documentary. This segment documents the second day of an assault near the village of Verkhnyo-Kamyanske in the Donetsk region. According to available information, attacking forces operated without heavy armored vehicles, relying instead on light transport to move infantry toward defensive lines. From above, the movement of vehicles along rural roads and open approaches becomes visible. Small groups dismount and attempt to advance across exposed terrain. The absence of heavy armor changes the tempo of the assault, placing emphasis on speed and dispersed movement. Drone surveillance tracks these movements in real time. As vehicles approach defensive positions, alignment begins from the air. Several strikes occur on the outskirts, targeting advancing elements before they reach prepared lines. Artillery fire is also observed impacting approach routes and open fields. The footage shows multiple engagements unfolding in sequence. Some vehicles halt abruptly after contact. Others attempt to maneuver away from impact zones. Smoke rises across the landscape, marking areas of recent strikes. In addition to aerial operations, the video captures the work of a Ukrainian tank engaging from relatively close range. The armored vehicle positions itself to address opposing forces that have taken up a firing point. From the aerial perspective, the exchange unfolds within a confined section of damaged terrain. Throughout the sequence, the battlefield appears fragmented. Light vehicles moving quickly, infantry dispersing across open ground, and defensive fire responding from multiple directions. The rhythm of patrol, detection, alignment, and contact repeats across sectors. By the final moments, the approaches to the defensive lines grow quieter. Damaged vehicles remain along the routes, and smoke continues to drift above the fields. The aerial view holds steady over the area near Verkhnyo-Kamyanske before the segment concludes.
Subscribe to the channel and leave a like.